Okay, so here we are at Urland, and I got started on this new action, and saw for the first time yellow. While where did they move? And they landed something somewhere to be unpleasant. I think here. That's what they wanted to do. But they also took two of their pieces from here as an action and added them here because they had gotten to the point where they couldn't spawn anymore. Now I could see where you want to move and then spawn. Now I'm on to Black's turn, and Black sees that and says, ooh, I could set things up for Pafu. I don't know, but with his turbo ability, he has the ability to jump. He's probably going to do something else, though. And indeed he does, because he can move two guys on land in each area. He can get a jump, and has done so on yellow in a couple of areas. Let's see what the score was. It's on 7. Wow. White gets 3. 1, 2, 3. I don't believe this mutate kicks off. I think they only happen the first time they're passed. That would be the only thing that made sense. Yeah. Okay, we're almost at the end of the first cycle of things, and yellow passed reached the second green thing. Now I kind of cheated, got distracted, and ended up playing an extra action beyond that, I think. But going back, I'm gonna do the bidding on it. I threw the bids out, and 3 people bid 3: yellow, red, and purple. White and black each bid 2. It looks to me like red gets first, gets the required. Oh no, purple gets the required $3 bid. Now he's got to find a place that he doesn't mind giving 3 up for. I think that's gonna. Oh, used as assimilation to reduce white there. I think he's going to take these 3. And now he's going to take Warm-Blooded. Gives him an extra action a turn. It's going to allow him a little bit more power. It's not the same as the growth ones, but it should be interesting. Okay, who's the second person with 3? That's going to be red. Red wants this. I'm going to go with egg, and I get to dump 3, and I got 3 here, so there I pay my price. And finally, yellow has a choice. Yellow wants Care of Young. They get to pay 3. They will pay him off of here. Alright, and now I'm losing track. I believe black gets to pick the next card. And it is a panic. Okay. So, panic. Red's just kind of immune to it. But let's see what we got here. 4, 7 there. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 here. That sounds the biggest. 4, 5, 6, yeah. This is going to be the largest area. Red's immune. Everyone else has to jump into the ocean. Yellow, 6 or more produce 3. Okay, let's put a dude in there. Let's put 2 in there. Higher production rates seems worthwhile. Black has to leave 2. And now 3 or 4 produce 1. I don't have anybody there. I'm gonna drop 3 in the ocean here. and one over here. Seems like my moves. Red gets to stay on this island. The panic chit goes away. The last chit comes down. And he's going to pick a thing, and then we end. White will be playing 2 chips. White will not be playing as the environmental player because we get this weird situation at the end of the round. Okay, so a few things happen. One, I forgot to turn these up. We have some new ones here. Teeth on land or water for 1 action, remove an enemy ichtho. Stink glands on land for 1 action, drive 1 opponent's ichthos all back into the water. And muscles, you add an extra half ichtho to your strength when scoring on land, which means if you're tied with someone, you beat them, which is kind of cool. Yellow on their turn did some massive production. You see they've got a lot of people there, but they lost a couple guys there, so it kind of evens out. White only has 2 chips. One was chosen at random. It was number 10. Points were scored for purple alone on that. And now 10 becomes a volcano and is out of play. And what happens in a volcano? Well, red's got ears. Red dives into the water. Everything else dies, except for, I believe, one's allowed to stay alive. So now there's a purple and a black there. Speaking of which, we got another volcano over in Z. How about 4? Oh boy. This is getting to be a big land area, isn't it? Red dives into the water. Yellow loses a dude. Chip leaves the game. I don't know if they have to. Yeah. Alright. And we're in a new epoch, which means we grab all the chips off the board and panic chip. Put them into this pile, kind of shuffle them around, and we have a new environment player over here on purple. He'll be getting 3 chips. Well, I better shuffle these a little better than I have. And then starts the turn that way. If he gets the panic chip, we start off with an immediate panic. Alright, we're in another mutation phase. I found out, misread this card. I'm so good at reading comprehension here. The ass simulation allows you to, you have to take, you don't have to be there. You have to take 2 opponents though, one of each of their ichthos, and I think at least once I took 2 from one person, which would be a pretty major hit. Purple used that to gain power here this time. However, the scoring ended up over here, and white and black got points. Black passed the mutation spot, and here we are, ready to bid. And we got an interesting set. We'll see how they fall. I don't know how valuable any of them are. Okay, so the bidding, white went with 3, red with 2, and everybody else actually bid a single one. White's got to buy 1 for 3, and they don't have a lot of pieces on the board. They'll take them off this big island. And what do they want to buy? Flying doesn't sound terribly valuable to them at this moment. On land or water, remove an enemy ichtho. That sounds kind of cool. Driving everyone into the sea. I think we'll go with that. That sounds like about as good an action as I can get. Muscles might be the other interesting one. Red has the option to pay 2 for something. Red's gonna buy teeth for 2. And take from here. Purple's got the last option at 1, and they definitely want something. They'll buy wings. And where are they going to pay? Right. They fly from the land area to any other area of your choice. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'll take it from here. Okay. The remaining card, for what it's worth, is legs, which allows you to move 2 from the water onto land, or move 1 from a land area to an adjacent. Adjacent, I think, means that a volcano could connect. Anyway, those aren't going to come into play because we've hit all the mutations. So I'll just take them out of here and put them in the box. And then start with the remainder of the actions, I guess. This guy is currently the environmental player. So we're getting close to the end here, I think. White is only 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 points away from that 30-point bonus. We'll flip this card over. It's area 2. Stink glands have been really, really powerful. So white went in here, the scoring place, and drove all the red pieces out. But purple was able to use their wings to jump in there. So they get 3 points. 1, 2, 3. And we're near the end of the round. This guy can't draw. Odd, the top one scores. It's the top one that scores. So we're going to do a scoring round over at 11. White's wiped out. Black gets 3. 1, 2, 3. The peculiarities of the movement on the scoring track kind of help to keep people together, but you can see if you're not with the group, you can fall behind. It's not absolutely clear how these are supposed to be handled, though. So what did I just have? 11. Well, that gets a volcano. And a couple of black guys die. And finally, last but not least, this is going to be 3. Gets another volcano. Red is safe from volcanoes. They jump into the ocean. However, purple is not. And they die. And we're in a new epic. I guess I will be gathering these up and reshuffling them. And then, who's our new player? Damn it. Our new player is going to be black, I guess. Because yellow just did that. And there's a much smaller deck of cards. Now, nobody's used their bonus pieces yet, so I'm guessing we'll see a lot of that at this point. I'm not sure how much advantage there is to using them early in the game. This feels like the kind of game where, you know, you don't want to look like the leader, so holding your chips, at least with a naive group, and I'm about as naive as they get, even if I'm not much of a group. Even with, you know, holding onto your chips is less obvious than, oh, look what I got. On the other hand, it's close enough now that the game may be over very soon. So, you know, black's going to have the environment shit, white's not going to get a chance to go. So, what if purple wins it on this one, or pushes it over? Then everybody's holding their chips for no point. Yeah, that's kind of a sad thing. Alright, I'll pack this one up and get to the next video. Okay, so the 30 point was reached very quickly by purple. Here we are playing Urland. This is really the end of the game here. I should have included this. Well, I'll include this in the next, in the last video. There's a couple more points which finally come out. The person with the largest number of victims, that's yellow. He's completely out. Gets 3 points. And now there's 2 more points for whoever has the most on the land, and I think that's actually purple. He has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 versus no one else is anywhere near. So he's going to get the last 2 points. That's not really enough if it weren't for the jumping part of the game to make much difference. Anyway, that's the end of the game. I'm going to connect this to the last video, and then I'll come back with a review. It's kind of hard to give a fairly good review on this, just because it really is not a solitaire game.